With so much of our planet being made up of jungle and forestland, it is unsurprising that there are secrets and mysteries concealed within these beautiful areas. From finding new animals who live alongside us to uncovering artifacts, the possibilities are boundless as to what we could stumble across within the trees. One can only hope and wonder as to what and who we may find in the future. But for now, we can only reflect on the phenomenal secrets that have been uncovered from within the jungles. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 mysteries and discoveries from within our jungles. Agogwe cryptid. This bizarre creature has allegedly been found in both Tanzania and Mozambique, a small human-like creature that wanders through the jungles with no definitive proof it is even really there. In appearance, the Agogwe has been described as reaching an estimated 4 feet in height and bearing a brown or ginger-coloured hair that covers the entire body. Another distinctive feature of this elusive creature is one long, big toe. Whilst this mysterious creature sounds more animalistic than anything else so far, the Agogwe walks on 2 hind legs, just like humans, and has even been known to negotiate with tribes living within the areas. One notable sighting of the Agogwe was published in 1937 by Captain William Hitchens, who witnessed the hairy men walk in the 1920s. The captain had been sent on a lion hunt. He was waiting in a forest clearing when 2 Agogwes moved from one dense area of jungle through a clearing before disappearing on the other side. Captain William Hitchens described russet hair and the expected 4 feet height. Feeling both fear and amazement upon seeing these creatures, the captain aimed to follow and find the Agogwe, but to no avail. Hitchens explains the rationalizing he underwent, pinning them down as no ordinary monkeys, being ape-like yet distinctly different than any known ape. Another sighting occurred in 1927 by Cuthbert Burgoyne, who also claimed to have encountered this animal we know very little about. He and his wife were sailing by Portuguese East Africa. As they approached the shore, the couple could see baboons searching for food. As they observed, the strange creatures approached the group. Burgoyne explicitly explained that the creatures more closely resembled furry men than the baboons nearby to them. When recounting the story to a friend, he said that they had a similar experience. When the big game hunter friend of Burgoyne's readied himself, loud protests from the natives forbade him shooting this creature. Whilst theories surrounding the Agogwe have been limited, it has been established that these animals are distinct from both monkeys and mankind. Despite this certainty, very little more can be said. At the moment, the Agogwe is considered to be similar to the Kakundari. Both of these cryptids have been suggested to be a surviving gracile Australopithecine, an early hominid, with a literal translation to a southern ape. These early humans were present in Africa from the latter end of the Pliocene era and towards the beginning of the early Pleistocene era. Whilst we can draw links and hazard guesses with so few examples and sightings, it is difficult to make further estimates as to exactly what the Agogwe are. Reports of huge snakes. In 1959, Belgian Air Force Colonel Remy van Lierde spotted something rather peculiar as he flew over the forests of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Van Lierde served at the Kamina Air Base, located in Congo, which was, at the time, occupied by Belgium. The colonel had been going home by helicopter after a mission flying over the Katanga region when he spotted what he described as a huge snake lurking within the forests. The description he gave of the snake was terrifying, to say the least, with Van Lierde describing it as reaching 50 feet long, with a head approximately 2 feet in width and 3 feet in length. He also mentioned the head being a triangular shape. If these figures are correct, these hidden snakes earn a rank amongst the longest snakes to live in all the history we have accessible. Regarding colour, this mysterious, large snake reportedly has green and brown scales on top but has a white underside. This encounter was short-lived, however, as Van Lierde and his pilot were mid-flight. The team, upon Liarde's request, made a U-turn, circling round to take another look at this alleged giant snake. Upon the team returning, the snake, assumed to be defending territory, reared his upper half. This stance was assumed to indicate he was ready to strike as a result of the team's nosy impositions. Regardless, this lifted pose clued Van Lierde in as to the snake having a white-coloured underneath. Due to the low nature of the helicopter and the aggressive position of the snake, Van Lierde commanded for the flight to continue, not hanging around long enough for trouble to come, leaving this peculiar snake behind without making any specific documentation of it. Some suggest that the photographer aboard managed to capture a relatively blurred image of this curious creature, though it has been difficult to definitively trace back to those travelling with Lierde. Mostly, people assume that this snake is a vastly oversized African rock python, a product of evolution from descent of the giant Eocene snake Gigantophis, or perhaps this is a new species of snake altogether. We cannot know for certain. Lost Mountain Temple discovered in Thai jungle. Within the Nakhon Sai Thammarat province, an ancient structure estimated as being thousands of years old has been uncovered. Historian Phum Iradejwong announced this exciting revelation online, explaining that he and his team, who he had dubbed Explorers of the City of Mountains, discovered a series of stone structures, relics, and a rock. Phum explained that he and his explorers first heard whispers and rumours of the settlement existing in 2017, though it took until late 2019 to team up with locals who are accurately considered to be experts of the field. The groups weaved through the jungle until they reached a mountain platform, surrounded by stone walls and piles of rocks. It was also concluded that this site, which was only recently discovered, shared construction and architectural similarities with ruins nearby that had used modern dating techniques to estimate that they had been built in the 6th century BC. Historians believe that it was throughout the late 1st and early 2nd millennium BC that migration began to occur, when the early people who had established homes within the mainland of Southeast Asia then expanded their living areas as society progressed into the Iron Age. This area was certainly not landlocked, having oceans on either side. This was hugely beneficial regarding the maritime trade, largely between the east and west, which again encouraged more people to move. This area of land, since 500 BC, is believed to have been a key production spot for creating jewellery, fashioned from tin and materials accessible from the forest. This, alongside the distribution of bronze drums, has led archaeologists to believe that the Ismathian tract was an established part of the communities living by the Gulf of Siam. A report published outlines the production here and the believed association of these neighbourhoods with the Lost Temple. Another curious point in this discovery was the series of stone structures. Nakhon Si Thammarat is one of the most respected cities in Thailand. It has hundreds of buildings and ruins with great historical value, making this ancient city a key historical source. It is believed that this stone structure is a point of worship, linking to the king of Srivijaya, who had a strong influence on the Malay Peninsula. This connection of worship and the king is extended as he established a sanctuary dedicated to Buddha and the bodhisattvas Padmapani and Vajrapani, making his role and authority even greater. So far, according to Phum, an estimated 5% of this newly revealed site has been seen and explored, leaving plenty more discoveries to be found in the future. Despite so little of it having been seen, there is a believed connection between this new temple and the Khao Kar ancient remains. These remains are in Nakhon Si Thammarat and is one of the biggest and grandest Hindu temples within the south of Thailand. The driving point behind this inspired connection is the cultural link between the Khao Kar temple and this lost temple is the archaeologist's discovery of stone bowls at the site, as well as Shiva Lingam. These items correlate with the nature of worship, suggesting this was carried out here too, as both sites feature this stone structure. After Phum and his team made the discovery, park rangers and local authorities were alerted. Progress has been halted, as the site cannot be dated until the remainder of the rainforest area has been thoroughly searched. This Khao Kar archaeological site is a fantastic visit, a place of worship that is open to visitors. Attempts to uncover the secrets and mysteries of the jungles will certainly outlast our lifetimes, potentially being a mission that we never accomplish. The exciting animals and speculated creatures have a home that keeps them out of the spotlight. Though with advancing research methodology, we become more and more likely to stumble across something new each day. What could be the next discovery pulled from a jungle? But what do you make of these jungle mysteries and discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.